Welcome to Mr. Podcast with Claude.
And Justin.
Hey, we're here talking about the hottest new TV show
Literally.
to stream the airwaves and the TV waves.
Literally.
If you are alive on Earth, you've heard about this TV show. And you probably have already seen it because it's been much watched TV since like TV began, right? So,
Yeah, I think this
um,
ushered in the third golden age of
yeah,
television.
I think technically the third and the fourth. It's been that good. Like
Oh,
it
both.
preempt,
It got
it
two
both.
ages.
It's like this age is going to begin and end with this show.
Wow.
So you guys have been clamoring for us to cover this, incessant emails,
I
phone
know. All
calls.
right. We heard you.
Yeah, stop
Okay.
with the faxes. Our fax machine is blowing up with requests to cover the show that you probably have a tattoo of. That's just how big of a deal this show is. But we're preaching to the choir, of course, because everybody loves the show La Brea. Wait, what's it called?
La
Okay,
Brea.
so that was my joke.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm like, do you live in fucking, like, what are you doing? All right.
That
I'm
was
like,
the
I don't
joke
even
for
think it's
the yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so
You got
yeah,
too inside
we
even for
didn't.
me.
Yeah, no, we didn't actually plan that
That was your
rambling
fancy LA
intro.
humor
So
back when you were LA Claude.
yeah, LA Claude learned comedy and
Driving down the BQE, that's not in LA. Driving down the I
yeah.
30 the I-9, right? Isn't that one? I-9?
No, there's a 10.
The I-10. The 10 is what?
Yeah,
Does it have an I? Is
there's
there an
no
I?
I. Yeah,
Damn
it's
it. Okay.
in California. You just say the and the name of the freeway.
Driving down the 10
Yeah.
with the top down and the shades on,
Yeah. In
playing
other
a
parts of the
little.
country, you call the highway by its number. So, like in Texas, where we
Yeah.
grew up, we would just say, "Oh, we're going to take 35." But in
Yeah.
LA, you would say, "I'm going to take." If there was a 35 in LA, you'd say, "I'm going to take the 35.
Right.
I'm going to go on the 10. I'm going to take the 405." I don't know why that is. Um,
Yeah, it's a
if
weird
I
regional thing, I guess.
Yeah, if I didn't need to make money to live, I'd go spend the next 5 years researching that for $40 a week.
That one question?
That one
I don't
question.
know if that's
I
I
don't know how
mean,
much time it's gonna take to figure that out, but I give it 5 years, 40 hours a week.
no,
Is it too
5
much?
years?
I'm just gonna start there. That's my
Wow.
ballpark.
Wow.
But
I
listen,
mean,
I said that's only I could only do that if I did need to actually work. So I can't actually
right.
do that, right? So
Okay.
yeah, but that would just be what I would think would be needed to talk about La Brea.
Okay.
Oh wait, is that what we're doing? Talking about La Brea? I'm just
La
gonna always say
Brea.
La Brea.
La Brea, yes. It's
Okay, so should we actually introduce what we're doing?
sounds like
So
it's a
there's a TV show called La Brea. Justin and I have a history on Mr. Podcast of sometimes
Do
covering.
you say La Brea? Is it La Brea? Sorry, I want to make
I'm
sure I'm
glad
getting this
as I'm
right.
moving on, you're keeping us back. Uh,
Sorry, I'm still on it. I just because like I have this problem since I spent those like years in Switzerland being
mhm.
like
It's
I see
La Brea.
la
It's
like I
La
want to say
Brea.
La Brea, but
It's La Brea, like library. Does that help? Did that help? Did I solve your problem?
La Brea should be like plural, like with a silent S at the end, you know.
That's Le Breeze. Okay, I thought you knew French. Wow.
Well, I can't learn it all, right? I was
Breas.
only there 2 years. I mean, you're gonna spend 5 years on one phrase,
Breeze
so
Breeze
I'm
comes in
just
the third
saying.
year. Yeah, Breeze's third year. Third year living in a French speaking country. So you say La Brea, not la, you don't like,
It's yeah, it's
you
like
don't
Le
hit it too
Fleur,
hard.
right? Like
You don't
Le
hit it too
Fleur is
hard.
not
Yeah.
La Fleur. No
Yeah.
one said La Fleur, even though that's how it's
Yeah.
written.
Well, and what's
But
weird about Los Angeles is we say Los Angeles with kind of an A sound, even though it's Los Angeles. And we
oh,
say Las Vegas the way we say Los Angeles, even though Las Vegas has an A in
oh,
it. Yeah.
I see. Oh, so Angela, it must be a masculine noun or
Yes.
something. So it's supposed to be Los. Oh,
Los
wow.
Angeles.
Los Angeles. Yeah, and I guess I guess Vegas, whatever those are
Is that
La
that's like
Vega.
yeah, Vega.
C'est quoi La
It's
Vega?
Spanish for casino.
I really don't believe you. But like I'm almost certain you just made that up.
Las
But
Vegas is Spanish for the casinos. It's just a historical coincidence that after centuries after they named it Las Vegas, it became a casino town. That's just a coincidence. Because they were like, "Hey, we want to build some casinos. Where should we go? Well, let's go to the casinos." Oh, you mean Las Vegas? That's a great place for the casinos.
it's already called that.
Yeah,
Wow.
listen, I spent 5 years, 40 hours a week to learn that tidbit. So
Only 40 hours a week.
yeah, yeah, that's all
Wow.
it took.
Living the dream.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, that's why I had my ballpark for the other question because
Okay.
I've done that before. 5 hours, 5 years, 40 hours a week to answer a trivia question.
One
Um,
question.
I'm bad at
Okay.
research. What do you want me to do?
No, I mean, hey, everyone's got their own process. I'm not here to
Yeah,
judge. I mean, take your time,
yeah.
do it right.
I feel like
Uh
we're like 20 minutes into an anti-podcast where we don't actually talk about the thing we're like we're like somehow intentionally not talking
Claude
about
and
the
Justin
show.
dance around the topic of a thing. Podcast number one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what it sounds like. Like we'll spend 5 hours and never actually talk about this show directly.
I mean, look,
Um,
okay, here's the deal. If you want to like get on topic, as it were, I don't know anything about this
I
show.
don't know anything about the show either. So that guy was saying we've had a somewhat storied history on our podcast where you see, I threw that word in there for the comedy.
History
And
just means story. Anyway, go ahead.
what?
Just letting you know.
Have you spent 5 years, 40 hours a week to understand that? Because
No,
that's something I would do.
that, it didn't take me quite that long. But
Oh, well,
yeah.
you're good at research.
Yeah, history
Um,
just means story.
so yeah,
It's weird.
okay. So the third time, I'll try to finish this sentence.
Oh,
So
please.
Justin and I have a long, storied, illustrious history of covering TV pilots that have somewhat of a similar vibe to Lost. Big
But are
mystery
always
based kind
worse.
of action shows. So what are the ones that we've done in the past? We did The Event.
Yeah, that was a big
What else have we
one.
done?
The Island,
Are you still
obviously.
there? Oh, did I lose you?
Uh, I don't know. I
Oh,
think I'm
mic
still
check, one,
here.
two.
I mean, I hear you. What, you don't hear me? Do I need to pause
Uh,
this? Because I'm
oh,
hearing
sorry. Go ahead.
myself.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I hear you now.
Okay, yeah, I
Somehow
heard myself.
my somehow my my headphones got muted, so I wasn't hearing you.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it. Uh, right. The Island
The
uh,
Island,
was
of
another
course.
one. Um, I mean, I guess
Island,
technically we
Event,
did Dark along these lines,
Dark.
Pilot of
Yeah,
Dark. We did
yeah,
actually, watch more of it and did more with Dark than the other
yeah.
shows that we kind of just quit on. Um, the
Now we
Island kind of sucked us into a pit of despair for a couple
uh
episodes, but
yeah.
um,
Did now we watched some episodes of Manifest, but we didn't
yeah,
actually
we
podcast
did.
about it, right?
No, we failed
Okay.
to do a podcast, but yeah, we watched some of those around the same time as we recorded the Dark commentary.
Hmm.
We definitely talked about them, but yeah, we failed to record them. Bad show, everybody.
Oh, yeah,
Just
and like I guess one of the first shows after Lost that was in a similar vein. We didn't podcast about it, but it was Flash Forward. That was another show that was
oh yeah.
that
Yeah,
we
I
didn't
never
talk
even saw that. I've
about.
yeah. I remember that though. That was a big deal.
Yeah, so we saw some episodes of Manifest, which just got brought back or something. I think it was going to get canceled, and fans brought it back or something like that.
Amazingly.
We thought the episodes we saw were awful.
Really
Uh,
bad. Not quite as bad as The Island, but really bad.
yeah, like really, really like. How is this a TV show? How does it have multiple seasons? Like this isn't making any
So
sense.
lacking in interest. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
still not over that whole like you saw Angel with the wet feet and I saw Angel with the
yeah.
wings, and they were both
Hmm.
trying to tell us that Angels in
Hmm.
America is your favorite play.
Yeah, Tony
What?
Kushner's a great playwright was the point of that episode.
What?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Why?
that was a weird one. So, we heard about this show La Brea, and that it's got a similar big concept. So we thought, hey, why not do a podcast on it and just see. So yeah, like you, Justin, I really don't know. I think I did see a trailer for the show. All I really think the show is about is something about like people from the present time getting sent back in time. Now, La Brea, if you know about LA, there's a place called the La Brea Tar Pits, which, were famous tar pits where like animals and bones and fossils were found from prehistoric times. La Brea is also the name of a major street in LA. So this is either a show about dinosaurs and fossils
Mhm.
or streets. And as a Fast and Furious
Can't it be
fan,
both?
I love shows about streets. Um, it could be about both dinosaurs and these streets. What's these
Yeah.
dinosaurs up to in the streets?
Why not? I mean, isn't that already like it writes itself?
Listen, you got the dinosaurs and you got the streets. What else do you want?
Put the dinosaurs in the streets.
Yeah, who let the dinosaurs out in the streets? Dot 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 in the streets.
Dot, dot,
Okay,
dot.
so
Parentheses.
parentheses in the streets. Yeah, in these streets. So yeah, I guess let's watch it. This is a commentary, so you can also watch it with us if you want to sync up with your own video player and watch along with us. Maybe this is your favorite show. I mean, as I said, this is America's hottest show right now, and everyone in the universe has seen it. So we're watching it again because that's how much we love it.
Yeah, that's
But
yikes.
yeah, today's International Watch La Brea Day, so
Hmm.
we want to just do the normal traditions that we're all used to doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's NBC, I guess. It seems like it's a network show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You
Oh,
know,
network broadcasting station. Gotcha. Okay.
yeah, yeah, like
So
trying
when
to
so what? So a network show is anything on NBC, and
yeah,
NBC means network broadcasting station.
yeah. There you go. See? Yeah, which like I haven't watched very many network shows since like broadcast network shows,
Mm-hmm.
since the lost days basically, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um I'm trying to think like I mean, I don't know. I it just seems like most of the shows I watch these days are coming through streaming
Mm-hmm.
service or or cable
Mm-hmm.
stuff, which is also
You
streaming these days.
you saw Hannibal? That was an NBC show.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But that was a few years ago.
Yeah, yeah, you didn't watch it when it was on, but
And I think, Hannibal, as weird as it was, and it was pretty weird, it still had, components of the, you know, police procedural or
mhm.
detective type, I mean, it fit into like a mold of the type of thing that,
It was a yeah, it was a
with
very
a
molded show.
twist, but, yeah, just that that's why I think Lost, I mean, that was their big pitch, was like it's every kind of show in one, that you
Mhm.
would see, on network TV. And so anyway, like I have the impression that network TV doesn't take very many chances or try to do weird stuff like usually.
Mhm.
um so so I just end up not watching. But yeah, a lot of people have talked about this as being, I don't know, like there's some mystery involved. There's some weird, I don't know. Is it sci-fi? Is it? I'm not actually sure
Mhm.
what to expect, but
I really don't know either. Yeah.
yeah, I understand that something. It's not just going to be about
Yeah,
a
it's not about
street,
the La Brea law firm,
right?
you
Right.
know, or La Brea fire station or something.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. There's something here,
So
and we're gonna
I guess
watch
we'll
it and
find
see
out.
what's here.
Yeah, I'm ready to
uh,
find out.
yeah, I can't wait to La Brea.
Let's La Brea.
Did that work as a transition?
Yeah, why
Um,
not? I mean, that's probably, yeah. I mean, of all the segues, I'm sure that would be in the top 50 or so
of the worst segues, yeah,
of the best or worst. I mean,
but it's the same list.
who's to judge? It's a similar. I mean, why not? They're always good and bad. That's what's great about them.
Lists?
What?
Wait,
Segways.
segues. That's what's good about and bad about them.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
exactly.
All right. Well, I am just trying to click a button on my computer so
Clickety
that I
clickety
can get
clack.
back to a thing. There it is. Okay. And let's
Oh,
do it,
should
man.
I or do you want to just like go into it now?
Whatever you want to do.
All right. Yeah, let's just here. I'm just gonna do this here on all right.
Now recording.
Now recording.
Okay, it didn't sound that bad, but
It's
yeah.
the it's like better than Talk Shoe, but it's still bad for some reason.
Better than Talk to.
Bad in a good way.
Batter.
Oh, batter, like more like a bat.
Exactly. Yeah, batter, and baddest. Yep. Glad we speak the same language. You know exactly what I meant. A higher degree of bat. Yeah, there's a joke on 30 Rock where they had like a game show on NBC called Homonym, and
Hmm.
it's like it's like guess your it's like okay, the word is since, and then the contestant's like, oh,
Ah,
since like money. Nope, wrong answer. It's the other one. That's the whole joke. Is it's always the other one. It's
it's the
never
other one.
yeah, it's always the other one. And then and then they had the final joke was like um uh oh man, I forgot the final joke was
See, if you
like
live in certain regions. Oh, sorry, never mind. Actually, which one did you mean by the other one? Sorry.
with sense.
Yeah.
That I think that was the joke. That was the one where there's three of them.
Like the five
So
senses or something? Is
yeah, so
that
there's sense, and then it's like the money one, the yeah perception one, and then there's the like fragrance one. Uh,
sense that one, right. Oh, I
yeah,
forgot about that
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. So I
Okay,
think that was one of
okay.
their jokes when they did it because it was one of those gags where they did it a couple times. They cut to that gag a couple times, and I think that was one where they were heightening it and was like, "Sense, like the money, no. Oh, then it's like your five senses. No, no, it's the third one, like a fragrance." There, I
Right.
forgot the final joke. It was something where he said, "Oh man, it was something where the word he said." I don't know. It was something. I don't know. Anyway, I'll find out. I'm gonna spend 40 hours a week for the next 5 years finding out.
Okay, good. Stay
Um,
tuned, everybody. We'll
Stay
get our
tuned.
answer in
Are we even recording?
2026.
Are we recording this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Sorry, I didn't know if we had brought Craig back in.
yeah, Craig's back. This is all
Oh,
live.
this started with us mocking Craig. I forgot.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, okay, so five, four,
Okay.
three, two. All right, everybody, get your streamers ready. If you're gonna stream
Oh,
with us for
gotcha.
some La Brea.
Yeah, do it.
I'm pretty sure it's La Brea.
La Brea. Yeah,
La
right.
Brea. I think it's
La
La Brea.
Brea.
Yeah.
It's like cheese or something.
Yeah. Ooh, La Brea.
La Brea.
Ah.
Ah.
Yeah, a French person brought like a person who speaks French saw some brie and was very entertained by it.
Ah.
La brie. Ah. Well, I hope those are the elements of this show. Let's watch and find out.
All
Cheese
right.
and French people and surprise. Okay, here we go.
All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, La Brea.
Boom. Ooh, it's the famous Carnival on the Dock place. I don't know that place.
That's Santa Monica Pier.
Oh, it's the famous building with wavy
Yeah.
stuff on it.
So this is the La Brea Tar Pits.
I do know those. I've been there once.
Why is driving such a difficult concept in this city? Go!
Okay, I like this actress. I've seen her in other things. So far, I'm like, okay. I can watch this so far. So now we got two precocious kids.
I understand. Why do you care?
She's got a ring, so she's divorced, but she doesn't want to let it go. She's separated.
You're an idiot.
College admissions are competitive. What do you want from me?
She's going to college. Okay. As if.
Yeah, what is this? Clueless?
Yeah, I don't
What's going
know. Yeah, that was a weird moment.
What's wrong? It's my new boss.
Oh, she's gonna fall in love with him.
What'd you do?
Thank you for thinking this is all my fault. That's very sweet of you. I've been late.
Because of traffic?
Times.
Because like,
Well, there is
You're
a really
dropping
easy
out.
fix. Stop dropping us off at school. You don't have to drive
okay,
us.
overbearing mother.
We can't take the bus
Mm-hmm.
like every other kid.
They want some freedom. She won't let them have it.
Helicopter mom thing has to stop.
Maybe things would be easier if we moved back to San Bernardino and you
Oh,
Ah,
there
of
it is.
course. So they
Yeah.
moved here.
Yeah,
She doesn't
yeah.
deserve it.
So she's got to stick with it to prove her point.
Right.
Turn back.
Oh no.
Oh, is this an earthquake?
Oh
Okay.
no, is it the dinosaurs?
Oh no, they're coming back. Good boy, bark at the dinosaurs.
The dog knows it.
She's like, I was not trained for this. What hand sign should I use for this?
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Yikes. Okay.
All right.
Wow.
So
Okay.
earthquake.
It's just like sinking.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be an
Gonna drive-
earthquake?
Yeah, I think that's it's a sinkhole earthquake or something. I don't know.
Okay, okay. Wow, that escalated really quickly.
Tectonic instability for sure.
Oh no.
You okay? You okay?
Okay, get out of the car now.
Oh man. Wow.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
That's like really bad.
She's gonna be really late to work.
Like, I feel like that's her work. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is weird. There's like nothing there. Is this gonna be like LA post-apocalypse or something? Like, this is so extreme.
Yeah.
Keep going. I'll get it.
Yeah, there's definitely. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely a lost vibe with this sort of panic disaster opening.
Yep.
Oh no, she's gonna go back in time? Oh, never mind. Oh wait, is she gonna drop?
Are they all gonna go together? I think they all go together.
Izzy,
Think they're gonna go together?
you have to go. No,
Or does one stay behind to look for the other?
I love you. Run!
Oh no.
like Juliet at the whale and the.
Oh, you're right.
Junkyard.
Oh, look, it's the wavy building.
Wavy building.
It's being destroyed.
One wave at a time.
Keep running.
It stopped now, apparently.
Why did it stop?
Yeah,
Okay.
so a sinkhole opened up.
That's a big sinkhole.
Yeah.
That just like sank the whole. I guess that's what the title.
You literally
is.
just said sinkhole. You like sinkhole, do sinkhole. Sank the hole. Yeah, that's what we call it, a sinkhole.
All right.
Okay. Alcoholic. Now, is this the dad? Is this the guy? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that
There you
was
go.
easy.
Good call.
Is this the funeral?
We're not gonna make us work too hard for that.
No. So we're at a Brea Force.
Air
Also
ride.
good though.
Hey.
Yeah, I used to live right in this office here.
Yikes.
This is my bedroom.
Where did you sleep?
Where the desk is. Yeah.
I've been out of the Air Force the last 2
Spacious.
years, so I'm looking for a way back in.
He showed up drunk
Interest.
to get a job back in the military.
Some kids relocated to LA.
Yeah, apparently.
He's a Sawyer if I've ever seen one. Pre LaFleur Sawyer.
I looked at your file, Gavin. Said your plane crashed in the desert 3 years ago. And that afterward you
Drinking.
said- I'm not sure how to put this, but
Oh, the bird vision.
The bird vision?
Yeah,
I
didn't
don't
you
know.
see like when he was sitting in the car drinking, he had this bird vision.
I think I missed it.
They cut to this bird, and I assume that's what they're talking about here.
Yikes.
It's all behind me now. I haven't had an episode. In a
See, he's lying.
Mm-hmm.
you were medically discharged.
I'm not asking you to put me in a cockpit. I'll take whatever you got. I know it's a big ask, but I got 20 years on the job.
Kimberly Joseph, is that Cindy?
That's Cindy. I knew. Oh, dude.
Oh my
I
God.
Was like, I was trying to pay attention to the dialogue, but I'm like, I got to figure out where I know this actress from.
I
can't
wasn't
believe it's
sure, but
Cindy.
then her name came up, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shit, that's fucking
I knew
Cindy.
she was in something with that look. I was like, God damn it. I should have caught her sooner. I knew she was familiar. Oh, Cindy. Oh, he didn't even know his. Oh, he wasn't drinking because his family was dead. He didn't even know. Oh, I missed.
Nah, he was just drinking
This
anyway.
is normal. That's his normal behavior.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's just like that.
I thought we cut to sometime a little bit later.
He
or
was just
something.
getting a job. No, I guess it just happened. It was cutting to like
Yeah.
simultaneous,
Yeah.
a different part of town where they didn't have this happen. So I guess like the whole downtown dropped in.
No, not the whole downtown. No. And La Brea isn't downtown LA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It looked like the
It's a-
downtown, but
It's
okay.
it looks like a downtown, but it's not really down. It's
Okay.
It's a lot of commerce, but it's not technically
Okay.
downtown. Downtown has the big, huge building like an Independence Day. The big building that gets blown up.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, the U.S. Bank building. Like,
Look at me. It's not your fault, okay?
I would say it looked like maybe 5 blocks or something was destroyed, or 10 blocks.
Okay.
Which is a pretty
Yeah,
small
I see
part.
some buildings in the
Yeah.
background, but
What?
Oh, it's the birds. It's the birds. That's what he saw. Those are the birds
So
he
he
saw.
saw the future?
I think so.
Oh my
He
god.
had a
future
vision of one of these
vision.
birds. That's totally what it was.
Wow. I think that's
Yeah,
the
this bird
dinosaur.
right here.
You keep calling it a bird.
See?
That's a dinosaur, bro.
He's gonna remember.
Yeah, that's a dino, bro.
I saw that bird.
Yeah.
Not just now, but earlier.
But earlier, yeah.
Okay, so are we
And
gonna
by
see
the way,
like?
he got down there really fast. Oh, he was in El Segundo. Okay. Is he still
Yeah.
got down too fast?
It's supposed to be
That's
close.
about 40. That's about 30 minutes with like no traffic, and even in a normal time, it'd be like an hour. Let alone in
Mhm.
that. Oh wow, she's going through a wormhole.
Yeah, this is okay. She's gonna go to like the place where the birds came from. Maybe.
Yeah, the past.
Is it the past? Is that what it is?
See, that's why I keep saying, like, because it's the tar pit. If it was anywhere else, I wouldn't be harping on this like dinosaur theme. But because it's the tar pits, that's why I feel like she's just gonna go back to the past. And I think, like I said, I saw the trailer, so I think that's what I got from the trailers. Like,
Okay. So there's like a. Okay, so it's like a little bit Outlander, kind of like some weird rift opens up
Parallel
between
reality,
the two
yeah.
times. And so those are dinosaur birds.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
birds are obviously just modern dinosaurs anyway.
Sure. But
you
those
made
are
a
dinosaur
motto.
birds. They were more dinosaur than
Dinosaur than
bird.
birds, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, everyone knows that. Oh no.
Not
Oh
the
no.
necklace.
Oh, was
That's
that the
what never
necklace?
Yeah.
I thought it was a ring. Okay.
Well,
sorry.
the ring was on a necklace.
Oh, the
Or
ring on the
was
necklace.
on a chain.
Okay.
The ring was on a chain, yeah.
Got it. That makes sense. Okay, so what's gonna be the big clue? Like, she's gonna see a dinosaur?
Yeah. It's gonna be Jurassic Park. Who's gonna turn a corner? Yeah, he's looking at it now. Whatever the big dinosaur is.
Hello?
Oh, he's got a gun.
Whoa.
Oh, he's looking at a tree.
Sorry.
That will be useful.
Do you know where we are?
No.
This place doesn't seem real, does it?
The light doesn't scatter quite right.
Oh no.
But you're real, right?
How can you
Michael?
answer
See
that?
Michael.
Could be.
Oh, wait.
Well, definitely not.
What was he
everything
looking
came
at?
through the. Not everything came through the rift that fell in the sinkhole. Clearly, right?
Yeah, it doesn't seem. Well,
Oh, well, now that this
actually,
happened, a lot came through. Also, so this is also like Lost. This is
a
that
lost
was their
part.
that was their version of Jack
Yep.
running from the beach, running from the bamboo forest into the beach.
Definitely.
And you can tell from the Lost pilot, it landed better
Yeah.
than this is landing.
Definitely. Yeah. Okay, so I think everything that fell in is here. That's my conclusion here.
Okay.
Where the hell are we?
Maybe they get some plausible deniability.
I mean, I don't know if they're showing it,
but obviously there would have been more matter than just this that fell.
Yeah.
In the bowl. But I guess the point is most things came through.
Where's it?
Yeah.
With you?
Definitely all the people, seemingly the cars,
Yeah.
Mom, what the
some of the buildings,
I don't know. Hey,
street signs.
Tino.
Nothing. Riley is my mom.
Oh, they know each other? Okay.
How long did they get there? Why are they?
Same thing. Fell into the sinkhole, got scattered. Like.
Okay, he's explaining a little
That's
bit,
what's
but
here, that's it.
Same.
why did they get there all at the same time?
I'm gonna take a stab.
Oh, I guess they all arrived there at the same time, and then they all followed the smoke to collect
But
in
I
this
don't know.
area.
It seemed like he had time to like talk to this girl and get to know her, and
Oh, they knew each other from
Yeah.
this. I thought they knew each other before.
that was the girl in the car who rolled her.
Well, I
eyes at him.
remember, but I thought it was a reveal that they already knew each other, but I guess not.
Oh, like that's a classmate, maybe.
That's what I was thinking, but now I'm
Oh,
not
I
so
didn't
sure.
We've both switched sides on that.
Sorry. Have you seen?
Oh no, glasses.
I lost mine. I can't see.
What a weird
No.
way to rush up on somebody. But this is really like the island to me, like this sitting and talking, like this guy sitting
Yeah.
down, like
Well, what's going on here? Look at all these sad faces.
this guy.
Cheer up, folks.
Oh no.
We'll figure this out, all right?
Would you please shut up?
He's not allowed to laugh.
Did you all fall through that light at the bottom of the hole?
Yep.
He's Hurley.
Yep.
That's what brought us here.
Yeah, I think so.
So we're alive.
Sure feels that way to me.
People, we need to focus. It's gonna be dark before we know it, and right now we need more water, we need shelter.
Yeah, this is
Kind of a
very
lot.
lost.
All in that order.
He's kind of a lock guy. somewhat
Yeah.
happening.
He's right.
everyone to help and share everything we find.
100%. Why don't we each take a section and stay in groups just to be safe? Come on, let's go.
Something is weird about this.
Close to me.
I feel like they feel like they skip some logical steps here, but they're doing the right things you would do in this situation. At least.
Yeah.
Where the island didn't do that.
Right.
What are you doing?
Yeah, it's very quick. Like it's getting through things.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Exactly. Yeah, it's really cutting to the chase. Not
Yeah.
letting anything have any time to land.
Lost took a lot more time to get
They
to
had a
this point.
2-hour pilot though.
Right, yeah, exactly.
I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
Bathroom.
Stay alert. Watch your surroundings.
I still haven't seen a dinosaur, so
I haven't either. Yeah, so
What if we're in a national park?
We fell into a sinkhole and you think we're in a
yeah, in
national
China,
park? How high are you?
the other side of the earth.
Hey, I'm Scott, by the way.
You know those things kill your brain cells, right?
Yeah, and my doctor says it'll help with my anxiety, so it's a trade-off. Look, the point is, if we're looking at this...
Oh, he's Charlie. Sorry, not Hurley. He's Charlie.
Something else is going on.
Clearly.
I mean, come on, none of this makes any sense. Like, why are all of these cars destroyed? But
Yeah,
not all
he's
mine?
asking the questions like Charlie did.
you're right.
Maybe we're just...
Oh,
Oh,
no.
and they said it!
They literally referenced it.
Boo! Boo!
Wow.
Earned. You can't say it. Guys.
Wow, you can't accuse us of ripping off Lost if we just acknowledge it.
Oh, they should have. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I guess it's been long enough. They get to.
I saw you, lady.
You don't know what.
Oh no.
I saw her. Mom, she had this big box of protein bars. She tried to hide them over there.
I didn't steal anything.
The one who said share everything is stealing
I look
stuff.
like a criminal. I'm a cop.
Anyone has a badge.
Okay, so you do want me to beat your ass. Hey, step away from him right now. You got it? Got a firecracker there, Josh.
Yeah, she's Sawyer. I don't really think she's a cop. That's not how a cop acts. Would a cop step up to a kid and say, "Do you want me to beat your ass?"
A lot of people.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
All right, just trying to survive here.
Yeah, you think
I
she's
think she
lying?
found-
Like she
found that badge.
The
She found
badge.
that badge.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
that could be true.
yeah.
Here you go. The rest is for the group.
Look, she's Sawyer stealing all the supplies.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least there's a bright side to all of this. No more freaking Twitter. Am I right or am I right?
Oh
Oh
god.
my god!
They're just cutting through the whole first season of Lost. Plot point by plot point.
Just a little...
Heroin? Just a little heroin.
Wow.
That's what they say? Who do you think this belongs to? Do you want them to know we found it?
Maybe not.
You don't even know if who owns it is here.
Never saw this. Okay.
Man,
They
this
could
is
have
like
gotten out of their car and run away.
this is a lot. Like, oh my god.
Josh, I'm sorry you have to see this.
He doesn't have to see it. He could like walk
Yeah.
away.
Look at me.
I'm sorry you have to see this. Like,
Oh,
Okay.
that's
oh, it's
weird.
a dinosaur wolf.
Wolfosaur, please.
Don't move.
The guy has a guy with a gun. The CG's
Yeah.
pretty bad. CG's pretty bad. Oh, it's really bad. Wow, smoky vision.
Like I'm about to.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. Had a feeling.
Yeah.
Got to show that they
That is
Will-
dangerous, yeah.
will kill people.
Wow, just lucky shot,
Damn.
Mom. Yeah, there's the gun.
Yeah,
Okay.
somebody had to do it. Yeah.
A
Right.
gun in the
That's
first act. A gun in
they
the first
set it
act
up.
shoots a wolf in the third.
Yep. It's weird that it's wolves. Like, that's not the
Yeah.
obvious thing
Yeah.
to show
I think
here.
they're keeping the reveal at bay, right? They're slow playing the big reveal
Yeah.
of what they really are. Oh, he's Jack.
Okay.
Riley, I need your help. Let's move him into that bus. In case those wolves come back.
Which makes the main lady Kate.
Yep.
Which is the original version of Lost, where Kate
That's
was going
right.
to be the Jack.
That's right. Good point.
Sutures and antibiotics, if you can. Help her.
Okay, so we're gonna go like back and forth here.
They set up this not quarantine, but they set up this a little too close to the perimeter of the sinkhole for my taste. Like they're pretty close to the opening.
Yeah.
We don't know how deep it goes.
Dr. Nathan, what about the victims? Are there any numbers?
No, not yet.
Are there any plans to send a rescue mission to locate any survivors?
Not at this time. Unfortunately, no one could have survived that fall.
Even though we don't know how far it is, but we know it's far enough to not survive.
We have a long-range military-grade drone en route.
Ah.
Confirmation soon.
Drones.
Mm-hmm.
To all the families affected by this tragedy, please know that we're thinking of each and every one of you.
Worst press conference ever.
Izzy, come here. Hey.
I just can't believe they're gone.
But what if they aren't? Oh no, vision time!
There. Yep. Oh, he's seeing the place. That's why he saw the bird.
Yeah.
Nothing, it's just a
So here's a question. Why is he having visions of another dimension?
It's not just a headache.
Because that has nothing to do with the sinkhole.
It's not.
Well, that stuff is on the other side of the sinkhole.
No, but I mean,
I know.
why is him being connected to it? You know what I mean? Is a completely separate mystery.
Usually what I see, it's fields, trees, wilderness. Always.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like
He's
a
always
sinkhole
been
opening
seeing that
up-
place.
Yeah, that's a completely different mystery than a sinkhole opening up to this place. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
interesting that they're throwing this on top of it.
In the woods.
Dad.
Okay, believe me. I know how it sounds. But it's
So before this ever happened, he was having visions of a place that his family was going to end up. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
a completely separate idea.
Yeah, I hear
And then they flew out of the sinkhole.
What are you saying?
None of
what
it.
you're saying. And that
My gut is telling
it
me.
opened up a portal to this place that he's been seeing this whole time.
Yeah.
I need to talk to someone in charge.
And tell them what?
Enough there are people alive down there is. They can't give up.
Adam, I was wondering when you were going to show up.
Got the first flight out of DC. How's it going with the press?
Telling them what they need to hear, but I hate lying to the families.
What are we supposed to say? The truth?
Oh, they know about it?
Oh no, they're like hiding knowledge.
This is Senior Agent Adam Markman. He worked
They
with
got
me.
evidence of some other place, and yeah, they're hiding evidence.
Mhm.
So, where are we at?
Bring up the live view of the drone.
Right away.
Oh, okay. So basically, at the bottom of this sinkhole is
We estimate it's at 20,000.
yeah.
Oh, there was another one like this.
AKA Justin, a light cave.
Right.
And if you go through the light at the end of this cave in the earth, guess what happens? You go to another place. Have you ever heard of a story like that?
Oh god.
Hey, wait, can you get that feedback?
I've lost the connection. It's gone.
Where the hell did it go?
Or when did it go?
You saved that boy's life. I'm gonna get a fire going before.
I gotta tell you, I don't like this character. I don't like how this actress is playing her. I don't like how she's showing up in scenes. She reminds me of an Island character.
This character
Or,
reminds
like,
me of
yes.
what's her name from the Island? I
Yeah.
don't remember that character's name, but
Yeah,
the
yeah.
type
There's
of character like
yes, there's this type of character where I don't like them.
this. Yeah, it's just very.
I'm okay. He got bit by a dino wolf, and he's bleeding to death, and he's like, I'm okay.
Yeah, I know. I know, but you got through it.
Where's the doctor? Jack would have sewn him, would have sutured his ass up with a sea urchin by now.
Is Jack
Like,
looking for supplies? Like, what's he doing?
where did he go?
Like,
I don't know.
I don't understand what happened. Did I
I'm
miss
saying,
a
I'm
line?
saying our Jack on Lost would have fixed this by now.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, he wouldn't have.
Isn't
just- I
Jack?
don't
Isn't
know.
this guy? Isn't the doctor guy right here?
Oh,
Doing
is he
nothing?
there right
Yeah,
now? Okay, never mind. He is there.
doing
I thought he
nothing.
was gone. Okay, what's he doing? He's just sitting there, like what?
He just
I don't-
examined him, but he didn't actually like. Oh, he wrapped it. Okay, good job.
Okay.
Yeah, anyone could have done that.
Bleeding won't stop without sutures, and the way he's losing blood, I don't know how long he has left. Hey, put it down. We share that. Watch that food. No one steals anything. Got it?
There was an ambulance. I saw it. It fell in the sinkhole, so it has to be around here somewhere. I'll find it.
It's gonna be dark.
Yeah.
Soon. Everything that fell in got scattered. Where do you even look?
I don't know.
All right, you're gonna need Mars out there, so I'll go with you.
No, you have to stay here with
There's
Josh.
nothing else I could do for him, not without those supplies.
I'm not leaving him here alone.
Even if you could find it yourself, you wouldn't know what to look for. Do you know what two forceps look like or a needle driver?
He's telling you describe the most obvious things you could find by just knowing what the names are. Yeah, forceps and a needle driver, probably. Yeah, I could figure it out. It's so weird. Versus saying something more like esoteric.
It's too cold, warm him up. You're pre-med. It's nothing you can't handle.
Actually, I'm not.
Oh God.
This is a bad time to tell me you changed your college plans, daughter.
Wow.
Wait right now. What if he dies? What am I supposed to do then?
I'll be back before that happens.
You don't know that. You don't know where we are or who we're with. These people could be dangerous.
Why would you say that?
I wouldn't leave you here if I didn't think you could handle
What a foreshadowing sentence to say.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know who we're with. Like, why? That's a weird thing to
I mean,
say.
haven't they realized the people they're there with is just whoever was there?
Yeah,
when-
exactly.
when the
Random,
sinkhole
normal
opened up?
LA people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's not like they're trying to tell us like there was some engineered
It's
group
not like
that was there.
Exactly. That's a line you say when you find out you've been kidnapped and
Yeah,
and like yeah.
but I don't think we're supposed to think that's what happened.
No, of course not. It was random.
Even the military doesn't know what's going on. Like they know there's this light, but they don't know what's on the other side. They don't seem to know what they're doing.
So they don't actually have the answer. They just know a little bit more than
They know more than what
telling
they were
people.
telling the families, but
But
yeah,
they don't know any. They don't really know anything.
exactly.
Now I wonder when the Widmore billionaire tech guy is going to show up, who had an inkling about this place, and all he needed was a way to get there, and he's
Mhm.
got some long-term plan of like how he's going to like exploit it. And by the way, this is also Michael.
Yeah, it really is.
This is just a scene from Michael's story.
It literally is.
All I feel is pain. I just need it to end.
So what do you think his problem is?
Let me help you.
Please. This isn't your problem.
It is my problem.
What could he be in pain about?
Looking for an ambulance for supplies for my son, but I'm not going to do that because I can't leave you here.
Hold on. I saw the ambulance.
You did. Where?
That's when I first got here.
Let's stop talking about my issue.
Yeah,
I
we've
mean,
just completely moved on. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I don't know enough to even
My
guess.
son is
Yeah.
dying. I don't know where to look. Please. I need your help. Thank you.
I said maybe.
Okay.
No, that's a big area.
You just need to talk to Dr. Nathan.
Like I said, I can't help.
Kayla, I have information I think she needs to hear.
Sir, I'm not gonna ask again. Step away.
I'm sorry. Dad, can I talk to you?
Yeah.
Can we please just go home?
Please.
said anything official?
No, they still haven't found the bottom.
Oh no.
Oh, he saw the drone crash.
Oh,
so
he
he's
saw the
gonna tell-
drone.
He's gonna tell her he saw the
Wow.
drone, so he'll get credibility, and then they'll listen to
Ah, perfect. You're right.
it. He
That's
just
what
saw
it
the tail
is.
number. Yeah,
Yeah.
Fine.
Like, oh, how could
Oh,
you possibly
look.
know that?
There she is. Yeah.
No, you weren't in there. Like,
Yep.
yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Writes
We know what
itself.
the next 2 minutes of this
Yep.
show is gonna sound like.
I believe that. But it's not possible. Excuse us, we have to get
I
going.
saw your drone.
We need to move on.
I think I saw
It's okay.
Oh
Give us a
God!
second.
So it's this kind of TV show, Justin. You know what I mean? Where like it's
Yeah.
operating on a level, like on the very average level of TV writing. Where
Yeah.
it's hitting all the right moves you expect, right? It's not doing anything horribly wrong. It's just sort of like average on
Yeah.
how it's presenting everything.
Yeah, there's not really been any like mind-blowing things happening yet.
Wow.
Like I said before, no one could have survived that fall. I'm very sorry for your loss.
Wow, they still brush him off.
How the hell could he have known?
You said it.
No, but we need to look into
I knew it.
Ah.
Keep an eye on him. Yep.
Oh
So
man.
he got his point across, but they don't.
did.
They can't progress that plot yet.
Yeah.
Mrs. Mom brought from home?
Yeah, why? What are you looking for?
I need to prove to Dr. Nathan that they're alive. I think there might be a way to do it.
How?
When I saw Eve down there, she was next to a boulder. The boulder had a handprint carved into it, and I've seen that boulder before. We had a
Okay.
Gavin.
What does that mean? That the boulder?
It's like the same boulder.
I know
Like,
that's what I've always thought.
I assume.
Explain why I'm seeing
What would that mean though? That the boulder went in the sinkhole?
No, I'm assuming it just is stayed there like
Oh,
the whole time.
So is this
You
gonna
know?
mean that he's gonna put it together that they went to the past?
That's what I was thinking. Like maybe this will lead to a revelation.
I knew that when it counted, you'd be there.
Oh, because the handprint will be like faded or something. He'll be like,
Yeah.
"In my vision, it was new, fresh, and
Exactly.
They're gone, Dad.
why is she so like? She's like all about it.
Is
She's like, I don't have time for hope.
Just let her go.
Just let her go. What a bad aunt
give me a minute.
or a great aunt, whatever.
It's weird. He's seen them, right? Like I mean, I know it's like
It's like he doesn't even know what that means. He's like, okay, at the bottom of the sinkhole is another place, and that's where they are.
yeah.
But that's all he can really say. See, here he goes.
Yeah, there it is.
Like, but see, here my thing is like, how did he know it was the same rock if not for the handprint?
Well,
That
that's why they
would've
put
been
the
the thing
handprint
that-
there.
But he didn't see it in the picture. It wasn't in the picture
Oh.
because it had faded.
Oh, I guess he just
He just
yeah.
recognizes rocks.
I know that. Yeah,
I know that boulder.
I've seen it. Yeah, I don't know. He's just really good at recognizing boulders, I guess. I don't know.
Well, that's why their marriage didn't last. Too much time looking at boulders.
I'm sorry. No, I did.
So this is also how Manifest was, though, right? Where a lot of the time the writing and the way
Definitely.
it played out was just this middle of the road.
Yeah.
You know, this is how you write TV kind of
Right.
thing.
Mother Eve,
If you say so.
you think this is your fault?
I think that I have let my children down far too often. That's
Wow.
How's that? Come on.
She's so self-deprecating. She's blaming herself for this.
Sound like a shrink.
I am.
Oh no.
Ex-wife.
A shrinker wants to kill himself. How ironic.
Yeah.
Left in Daring Corner. So tell me what happened.
About a year and a half ago, I was running late at work, and I had a neighbor pick up my daughter from school, and there was an accident. And Izzy, my daughter, she lost her leg.
You blame yourself. I understand. You can't control everything, Eve. It's just life.
He wasn't even in that scene. He was like, I forgot about. I keep
He was just
forgetting
like
about him.
ahead. Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
From the tar pits.
Oh, it's from the tar pits. Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that was
that's
funny. That's a
that's
funny
weird.
thing to see. Yeah, it's like kind of weird. You go, whoa, oh, okay, makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. It's not as crazy as it seems.
Yeah.
I'm cold.
But yeah, I think this is supposed to be the past. This seems like the only thing that makes sense if they have a picture of the
yeah.
boulder.
Are they gonna try to make some point about the dinosaurs that are in the La Brea tar pit, the fossils in the tar pit, like came from this place? Not that they came from the La Brea, the area where La Brea is now from millions of years ago, but they actually are going to rewrite history and say they came from this other new place. And that history was wrong about where those fossils came from. I wonder if they're going to go that far, because that's the next step, right?
Yeah, they might.
For them to say that.
If it's not that place is just there's a handprint. It is there.
It's still there. Okay, it is still there.
So yeah, I'm gonna conclude that it's actually the same place. So it's actually not even a different answer. I mean, I guess
it's time travel. So it is time travel.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
But now I'm gonna say something to blow your mind. You ready?
Okay.
I can't even say this without blowing my own mind. But basically, they are now living in a present where the things that were from the past and came to the present now went back to the past.
Yeah.
And will now come back to the present. So, you know what I mean? Like, so the fossils that were there, when did they get there? Because, like, some of them fell back in time to the past.
Right. Oh man, they could have been like double aged.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh man.
There's like a compass with these fossils.
Oh no. They're like infinitely old.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
He
found
he's gonna find the ring.
I hate this show. Because this is too easy. This is too easy.
Oh my god, he found
too easy. 20 million years later, and he found it.
Okay. See, this is all adding up, I think. It's gotta be the past. Okay.
But he's not saying what is obviously true. He's not saying they haven't said it yet, right?
They haven't said it.
Keep holding it back.
Are they holding out for a dinosaur at the end, maybe?
Yes. Guys, where are we? And
yeah.
Anything else?
Listen, look, I froze. I completely freaked out. I mean, those wolves, right? That was insane. Anyone would have reacted the same way. I'm only human. Also, you could have died, and it would have been my fault.
Yeah, I would have a problem watching this show because it's really easy on the characters.
Anyway, got some juice.
It hasn't made anybody work really hard for anything.
Mind a stranger's earwax? Some music might help him sleep.
That's the last thing he needs. We need to keep him awake or he'll die.
Like, are we supposed to believe they fell out of the light in the Aurora Borealis thing in the sky and none of them actually broke any bones? Like, did they literally fall from the sky, or are they just like materialized on the ground?
I happen to have eclectic taste.
Which
Yeah.
is like the question we had about Lost, right? With the plane crash.
Definitely, yeah. I don't. That's a tough one.
Thanks.
I feel like we're supposed to think they fell, but also like it didn't hurt them for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're figuring it out like really quickly.
Don't worry. Another 20. Yeah, they're already there. They just don't want to say it yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just I feel like they're trying to not telegraph it to the audience too early, so they're trying to like plant clues.
Which is weird. Yeah.
And like if you catch it, then you get the idea. But
did you have a plan? Like, who was that for? Like, why did you do that? What if you're... Yeah, I was just going to say, what if you're calling forth the enemy or the others?
There was no plan there.
Wow.
Oh, no. What the fuck is that?
That was weird.
Is there some like, okay, are they about to tell us that humans and dinosaurs live at the same time? Because that's gonna
Maybe
be
it's
weird.
not. Maybe it's not dinosaur period. It's just early.
It's just
you know,
old. Yeah,
primitive.
yeah, yeah. They haven't
Here we
shown
go. Here
dinosaurs
we
yet.
go. Here's the
Oh,
other clue.
This species is extinct.
Where the hell did it come from?
Or when did it come from?
no one's quite there yet.
Yeah,
Somehow
I know, right? Why are they? What is happening?
they have all the clues, but no one wants to say it.
When you dig up your wife's ring from that was buried next to a million-year-old rock, you're already there. Like
Yeah, yeah.
he found it right on top. It was crazy. He like didn't have to. He knew the right spot to dig. He didn't have to dig far.
Yeah, that was ridiculously easy.
Eve? What's going on?
Those are Hollywood Hills.
Oh, she's about to
Okay.
figure it out for us.
All
Oh,
right.
she's the main character, so she's got to say it.
She's gonna get it, finally.
I think we're still in Los Angeles.
We're just when in Los Angeles? When is that possible?
Oh my god!
Yes,
they're so
rustling in the
close.
bushes. Here's the dinosaur. Here it comes.
Okay.
Don't move.
Oh, saber-tooth tiger. Ah,
Okay.
that's right, because it's not dinosaurs. It's just early times.
Yeah.
Yeah, cut to black. Yeah, there it is. Well, that's boring.
Actually, wait, that was the end?
Yeah, that was the end.
Oh.
Oh no, it's still going. I'm sorry.
Is it?
Oh, this is the trailer thing. Okay.
Yeah, this is a trailer for the next episode. It looks like that guy shoots him just like Sawyer shot the polar bear.
Yeah.
Right now, we need to stick together.
So
Nobody goes anywhere alone until we figure out what's going on.
So there's a hand thing. This is the others. We got it.
Oh, okay.
Where are they? You're right. They're trying to make it a mystery, but they already told us where they
Yeah,
are.
it's kind of obvious where they are. Yeah, I don't know.
They're really.
We're going down.
Why aren't they?
You're gonna help us do it.
It makes me think that there's something else happening. Okay, when are they?
Ah, they even said it in the trailer.
Okay.
Right now, people still have hope. You take that away, it's dangerous.
Hope for what? Yeah, exactly. What are you gonna do?
I'm Josh back.
And what if none of you come back?
Oh, not a parachute.
I'm gonna bring my family home. I promise.
Wow, this feels like it's giving a lot away.
Yeah,
but
that was the whole
okay.
season. That was the.
That
whole
was a lot. Holy shit. Okay, so yeah, I mean,
What? So here's the thing, right? Like, there's no mystery-wise. There's no reason to watch the show. They told
Yeah,
us-
clearly.
They answered all the big mysteries.
pretty much.
Like it's not like the because obviously on Lost it was where are they? There's
Right.
obviously how did they get there? Right? There's a mystery
Yeah.
of how they got there. Where are they? Now when are they? Was like maybe that is a pertinent question. Maybe it's not, but that wasn't a big question.
No,
But
yeah.
but and then how are they going to get off? Okay, so those are the big questions, right? Here, the only big question is how they're going to get home.
Yeah.
We know where they are. They're in Los Angeles, and we know when
Right.
they are. They're in prehistoric times.
Right.
So, like, they completely take the air out of the most interesting parts of the show.
Yeah.
So now this becomes a procedural show about when will the families reunite.
Right.
What is maybe there's some interesting
Rescue mission's
mythology,
gonna
with the
happen.
rescue mission that'll fail.
That guy's
and
gonna
then
get
fail
in
and
that like
fail.
craft and try to fly.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, we can only take one bag. You know, it'll be all these other
Right.
things, and then there may be some. You know, I'm giving it a bit of the doubt. Like maybe there's some interesting mythology they'll create with the like native people who are there or something. You know, there's the children of the hand or whatever they're gonna be called. you know, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and like now
That's the only thing that has any potential, I think. Because, like, you know, going back to Lost Pilot, I mean, they gave us Smoke Monster. We didn't know what that was. Like, you didn't even see it. You didn't know what was happening. They gave us the French Message, you know, like, what's that about? They gave us a polar bear, you know, what's that about? Like, there were a lot of things that were like, oh, I want to keep watching so I can find out like what's going on with this. Like there's a lot of
Yeah, actually,
hooks.
yeah, and actually, the way you described it makes me realize they kind of flipped it because in Lost, they weren't that concerned. The where we are was important in terms of like they were stranded, they knew they were off course, but it wasn't a sort of supernatural, mysterious where they are until the end when they hear the smoke monster, right? Where
Right.
on this show, it starts with a like supernatural, where are we? Because we just flew through a aurora borealis, right?
Right.
But then ends up answering that question. Whereas Lost ends up with that question being the most interesting question because
Yeah.
now we thought we were in a normal place, just like off course somewhere, Tahiti, right? But it's
Right.
like, oh no, shit, this ain't Tahiti. Like
Yeah.
something extra is happening here. Where I felt like, so Lost got to like play, like if you were to like chart out like the mystery on a graph, like it'd have a different shape, right? Where like Lost, it builds towards that big conclusion. Where here, like it starts pretty big because pretty early on they fly through the wormhole or whatever,
Yeah.
and they're in a new crazy place. So that's already pretty high drama, right? But then I feel like as they solve it, then it gets more down to earth because now they're literally just in a really obvious place.
Right.
Whereas by the end of the Lost Pilot, we don't know where they are, and that's the most important question.
Yeah.
Whereas here, like, so anyway, yeah, it's
That's
interesting
why you
just
want
to
to keep
compare
watching.
That's why we keep watching. So to thank you for helping me bring my point to a close, which is I don't know why you keep watching this show.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a
Uh,
problem. It's like,
yeah,
yeah, like there was very little. Yeah, the other stuff I guess was like vaguely
but they didn't
interesting.
even, but they didn't actually do any. They could have actually made something happen, right? Like imagine if, um, they made us think that the guy was expecting them or something, right?
Right.
Or you know what I mean? Besides, like
Take it to the next
take
level.
it to the next
Yeah.
level and not just say, "Hey, here's the
There's
reveal that there's
people.
people here," but
Yeah.
say there's people and there's a mystery about them, not just that they exist, right?
Right, right. Yeah, no, I agree. That was something Lost was really good at. I don't really think it was done that well, or it really makes me want to watch. It's just like it's the closest thing to like sort of a mystery hook in the vein of what Lost was doing, and it's still pretty far from that, honestly.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
here's a question. Here's a question,
what's your
mythology
question?
question.
Okay.
Where does the wormhole come from? Did the sinkhole make it open, or did the wormhole open and that caused the sinkhole?
Well, you can definitely ask that question. Are they going to answer that question? I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, the fact that it comes from the past. Okay, hold on.
Now we're
So,
in dark territory.
yeah, exactly. So if we're going back to Outlander, I think in Outlander it's like Stonehenge or something. Like I guess the only theory I can think of is the people of the hand or whatever
Mhm.
did some kind of weird like uh
Mhm. Mhm.
religious rite or some shit
Mhm.
some sort of thing where like they opened up the rift. That's all I can think of, that it was like some crazy ancient magic or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the best I got as far as like it being caused, and it's not just like a mere contrivance like, oh, and this rift opened up. I don't know, and they never explain it, like
Yeah. Like a
I don't
random
know.
thing.
Or maybe there's a present day explanation. Maybe there's a Widmore type character who opened it, or maybe
Mhm.
there's the military explanation.
Yeah, or like there's a tech company that's doing the Large Hadron Collider or something turned on, and it opened up a
Yeah,
wormhole to XYZ place.
yeah. I don't know if the show cares about that because they didn't really like
No.
make that an issue at all.
Mm-mm.
But on the other hand, they didn't really. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
They
It's
didn't
like
even
there was.
really the quote unquote scientists weren't that curious. They weren't like, what is this
Yeah,
thing?
they really weren't. It's true.
Like they just were like, I don't know, send in a drone. Like, what do you want us to do? We're only the experts.
It reminds me of that.
Yeah.
Remember that guy, that military guy from Manifest, where like they would cut to him and like he just had like nothing every time. It was
Oh
like
man. Well,
such a
actually, I
way.
don't.
You don't.
I don't actually.
Oh
That's
my
how good
god.
he
It
was.
well, it wasn't very memorable, so it makes sense that you would forget it. But like, yeah, he was like because the plane appears, right? I mean, not to spoil it, but this is in the pilot. A bunch of people get on a plane and then the plane goes to the future, right? So it shows up and so then like there's this military guy and there's some other people involved in that too, but they're like, okay, they're like suspicious of the plane and the people, and so they'll cut to them, like this guy, like periodically, and he'll make these like vague pronouncements, but like they never really did an investigation. They never really seem to
Yeah.
care that much, and it's like, why are you even
Yeah.
putting this plot in if no one, if it's
Yeah,
not
I do
generating
remember
any
that. It was the same
interest?
with the other people that were in charge, like the FBI guy, where like they cut to him,
Yeah.
and it would seem like the scene you're used to about a person running an investigation, but like it would just be like somehow like they're just like clueless about like what is actually going on. Yeah. Um, something else I was gonna say about this show. Oh man, about this crazy conceit about. Okay, wormhole opens up. I'm calling it a wormhole. Who knows what it is, but it's something
Yeah, I
that
think that's
connects
valid,
people.
and I think it's
Yeah.
possible that there is no explanation. It's just like some crazy natural phenomenon or sci-fi phenomenon that just happened.
Yeah.
I wouldn't rule it
I
out.
and I don't know this at all. Actually, let's look at. I mean, they're going to show us, so I'm just going to re-look at the this coming soon on La Brea
Oh,
News
okay, sure, sure.
to see some clues about where the story's going to go. So more traipsing through the jungle,
Yeah, yeah.
more animals.
Some water.
Okay, so
Looks
that's
like
some
there's
weird
some kind
stuff
of
with some
disease or
people.
something, and then there's this
Yeah,
ritual thing. The people of the hand.
yeah.
I do think it's funny they put when are they when like the show never said that.
Yep. Like, I
Yeah.
guess this is
They're
like,
still doing it. If that thing's extinct, then what's it doing down to? It's like they're like 10 steps behind the audience, I think. It's really
wow,
weird.
you're totally right. She's even later, she's still not gonna
Yep.
get it.
Yep. They still don't have it. They still don't have. They know they're in Los Angeles, but they haven't put it together what it means.
Okay, sorry, I was supposed to look at that part again. So, and who was that lady? She was so
No
crazy.
idea. I don't remember that character.
Yeah. And you're gonna help us go down there. Okay. Okay, so first of all, let me stop there, and I can see that place. So that's a whole other TV show. Like,
Oh
that's a
yeah, yeah,
completely,
yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like, you can craft an entire show about a guy who has visions about another place. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So why is that here?
And it's interesting, like he's been seeing it the whole time. And that does make
Yeah.
me think that there's some kind of mystical thing going on,
Mhm.
because I feel like if it was just like military or some billionaire or
Mhm.
whatever that opened it, I don't see why that would cause him. He was having visions before that even happened, so
Mhm.
that makes me think they're going to go with more of a mystical or a vague explanation, because it is really weird.
He's been having visions for years, right? Because that's why
Yeah,
he couldn't stay in the military,
that's
right?
what they
Because
said. Yeah, he's been seeing
whatever
it this
happened.
whole time.
So that's craziness, right?
Yeah,
And then they didn't quite say that he's been having visions since he was a kid,
yeah,
but at least for his adulthood, he's been
it's been a
having these
long time.
visions.
Yeah,
So let's just call out Hurley, right?
yeah.
He's got a Hurley type power here.
Oh yeah, good
Um,
point. Yeah,
you
right.
know,
He sees.
and
Yeah,
the same with Hurley, where Hurley didn't grow up with it like Miles grew up with his power.
right,
Where this
right.
guy got it later, right? So
Yeah,
he's in the Hurley camp with powers. Now somehow he's gonna kind of try to use that, and also I want to also say he's got this vision. Sorry, I combined Desmond and Vision. Or I was trying to say flashes before your eyes thing.
Oh yeah.
So he's got this thing where he's getting updates, right? So it's not like he's seen everything he's gonna see, right? He gets to see new stuff, and he's seeing stuff sort of in real time. So it wasn't like 10 years ago he saw his wife near the rock in the past,
Right.
right?
He's
He
seeing it
saw it very
presently,
soon, presently,
more or
right?
less. Yeah.
So that's another weird thing, right?
Well,
So
whatever
somehow,
presently means. It's like
whatever
relative
exactly,
time or
yeah,
something, but yeah.
exactly, yeah,
It's like they're running concurrently and he was fixed on whatever
yes,
moment and it moves
exactly,
forward with him.
yeah, yep. It's the same.
So,
They had that same issue kind of with right with the whole Desmond thing, right? When
yeah.
what was that story when he gets the dream and he's supposed to do something. He's supposed to remember. Um, I'm forgetting what happened there.
Are you talking about the thing with the helicopter?
Yeah, the helicopter. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the deal there? He was.
Uh well, yeah, there's it,
No, not the helicopter. Wasn't there a thing in like season 5 or something where
oh.
like it was after he was off the island and he
Oh, yeah,
had
right. When he sees Faraday while they're time traveling,
yes,
he
yes,
talks to him in the Swan Station, and then like 3 years
and he's
later,
supposed to
slash
remember.
concurrently, Desmond wakes
Yeah,
up,
yes, exactly.
and he's like, "Oh my God, I remember." It
I
was
just got a new memory from 3. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, that's what I was trying to
yeah,
say. It
yeah,
reminded me.
okay,
He's getting. So this guy has a thing like that, right?
yeah,
Where
yeah. I just had a thought actually. I think that first scene with Cindy, did it tell us that he's like a military pilot or something like that?
yeah, so he's gonna fly the drone. They're gonna say, oh, nothing electronic, unmanned can go down there. So we need a
Mm-hmm.
pilot. We need a pilot who can, fly
Right.
our thing down there.
So I was just gonna throw out that it's possible that he got the power from exposure. If it's a military thing causing this, like
Hmm.
maybe when was in the military, like
Mm.
he got exposed to something.
So he was in a mission in the far north and flying, and he went through Aurora Borealis,
Yeah,
and ever since then he's had visions of this place.
something like that.
If
Yeah.
it's that, they owe me money. They owe us money for figuring out their entire plot. Um,
Yeah, because I forgot that detail, and so it's like if he's just been having an adulthood, it makes me wonder what made it start.
yeah.
And it just seems like it could be connected to something to do with what he was doing, and yeah, maybe that does tie in with the plot. It's weird though. I mean, the military people didn't seem like they knew what it was. So, I mean, I guess there could be levels of secrecy going on.
Oh,
I
here
don't
it is.
know.
Your plane crashed in the desert 3 years ago,
Oh, plane crash in the desert.
and
That's when it
after that,
happened.
yeah,
Okay. So that makes it seem like maybe something more mystical, or I guess if you want to take it in a really weird direction, like aliens or like some kind of
well, maybe it's the same. Like it crashed because of some Aurora Borealis thing
or
going on.
it just crashed because the phenomenon was there and it just like
Yeah.
infected his brain. Kind of like the Desmond thing. Like he turns the failsafe and like now he can see the
Yes.
future. It's like he was just
Exactly. He's
exposed
exposed. Exactly. He's
to its
exposed to
energy
it.
or something.
So now he's connected to it. Now, why the connection, allows him to see over there is, I guess called, creativity.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's his
I mean, it
friend.
seems like partially a contrivance just so like they have a way of knowing
Yeah.
like otherwise like they wouldn't have a clue what's going on over there or have any particular reason to think that people are still around. Like
Mhm.
it's a very useful sort of power. So I think that's at least part of why it is like it is, which it does
Yeah.
make me think they won't explain it too specifically.
Yeah.
But
So I was just gonna say one of the things that was weird to me was, in the way they're trying to peddle out this mystery is like when he's like, "Oh, I had a vision of my wife next to a rock that we took a picture at years ago." Okay, so he rushes over there. Like, first of all, he shouldn't have if he the only reason to rush over there is if he thought she'd be there.
Right.
Okay, also maybe you want to rush over there just to be like, yeah, here's the rock, right?
Verify it. Yeah.
Okay, this is the rock still here.
And it shows us the handprint too, like in the present.
It shows us the
So
handprint and the present, and it
for
gives
the
us the clue.
audience, that
But
doesn't explain the story, but
yes, but so what he should do, even though he it's like he knows, but he won't. He's not allowed to tell the audience that he knows. But he knows there's a time travel thing happening here. But for some reason, we can't know that yet. And so, because
yeah, I
and by that
know.
I mean he shows up knowing that this is the Rock, but not actually expecting her to be there, right? Because what he should say, the way
Yeah.
the way the story is going, he should go, "Okay, I had a vision. She was here. Everyone, look around for her. She was just here,
Yeah.
right? I just saw her in a vision here, obviously in the
Yeah.
present. Because why would I think there's anything other than the present happening here, right? Like they should have had him think like that.
And he finds the ring too.
But
which-
yeah, so exactly. So it's like he should have like progressed to that point where he starts going, I just had a vision of her next to this rock. She must, I don't know why, but she's over near the rock somewhere. And when
Mhm.
he gets there, you know, first of all, I would have been like, the print is more faded. So he could go, that'd be the first clue. He goes, oh, this is weird. And plus the print's faded or whatever from what he saw. And then he could be like, okay, she's not here now. When was she here? You know.
Right.
Now, I don't know what would motivate him to start digging. Because he just like I'm looking at the episode again. Because like, why did he start digging for the ring? I don't remember why he thought that was a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah.
Did he
Oh, here it
see?
is.
Did he? He's got a shovel.
He's
Oh,
got a
knows what
shovel.
it
He was
is.
ready to dig.
Okay, so he shows up. We see the
Okay,
handprint.
handprint.
He doesn't. See, by the way, he didn't see the handprint.
Nah, but he knew it was. He knows boulders. He
did.
doesn't need to see the handprint.
He knows that's boulders.
That's just for the audience. And then he starts
Yeah.
digging. Like,
Yeah.
did he see in the
Oh,
vision?
he came by himself. He came by himself, and then they showed up. Here we go. He didn't even want to tell them what was going on. So he just starts digging. He just starts digging.
When I saw your mom, she was next to Boulder. Oh, he's trying to dig up the sign.
Okay.
That's the
So
goal.
he doesn't find the huge big thing that he.
No,
thought.
he finds the tiny. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
He finds the thing that is more impressive to find because a
Yeah.
Wilshire sign, you know, is not that big of proof. But it would be a Wilshire sign that's hundreds of thousands of years old.
That's true, which is interesting. Like, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, if any of, I mean, I guess if the way the show works is the way they're showing it right now, any of them who died in the past are buried right here. You know what I mean? Like, you can probably find their bodies.
Right. That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. That's a weird thing. They could like leave messages, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yep.
If they could make something that
That's
lasts.
totally going to happen. They're totally going to do that at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
they have to do that.
But yeah, in terms of a show, like it's very this is what I think of as like you were saying about network TV.
Mhm.
This is not even just like classic network TV, but like really a specific type of era of like shows like this, right? Where you could like these characters can slot into anything, you know, because they're just like really general.
Yeah.
And it's just about it could be about any mystery, it could be about any, you know what I mean? They went a step further and made the dad have this like mystical connection to this thing, or maybe it'll be a sci-fi answer, you know. His midi chlorians got activated when you know, whatever. But I gotta say, it, you know, the template of the show, people in the present, you know, through some crazy event, get thrust to a new place, which is, you know, Wizard of Oz, classic. It's Voyager, classic, right? I love those stories.
Mm-hmm.
But the place that these people get whisked to is probably the least interesting place I could think of. In terms of like, first of all, there's no dinosaurs. Okay, so that would have been interesting, but there's no dinosaurs. Okay, so now we're just dealing with prehistoric animals, which we saw the most interesting one, which was the saber-tooth tiger,
Right.
and even those are not that interesting, right? So this, like, and so I was just thinking about that little trailer that they have at the end where you see, oh no, what's rustling in the jungle? It's a giant sloth.
It's a giant
So,
sloth,
so
right?
this is a TV show for people who will be wowed when a giant prehistoric sloth shows up, and I'm sure there's people out there who are like that. Maybe you're watching with young kids and you want a nice, simple show that like is just dramatic enough, to keep watching, but yeah, this would not hold my attention. Um, because if all I get is a giant prehistoric sloth, that's a cliffhanger. That's not enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I found it maybe just a tiny bit more compelling than Manifest. But I think
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
it's very
Mm-hmm.
much close to the same level as that show.
I think it had. I felt like Manifest was more creative, but paid the price for it being worse.
Yeah.
For having the plot having more problems or something versus this show. It almost like it's taking less chances, therefore it's succeeding more or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
that's kind of true.
that.
Yeah, yeah. But the Manifest like weird stuff was never interesting. So it's like here at
Yeah,
least like
yeah.
there's nothing interesting, so it's okay that it's not interesting. I don't
Exactly. It's
know.
like it's like they don't get faulted for not being interesting because they're not trying to be interesting.
Yeah,
Whereas,
exactly.
whereas Manifest is trying to be interesting and fails, so it gets faulted with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you ever had that happen like in a school setting, like a test situation or assignment or I can't quite think of an example, but I've had something like that happen to me in school where it was like, well, you tried harder and then you shouldn't have done that extra credit thing. Now you lost points, versus
Mhm.
like, oh, if I wouldn't have done extra credit, I would have got a better score. Huh. How did that work out?
Yeah, yeah. It's hard sometimes, because it's like if you it's almost like say less because the more you say, like once you
There
say
it is.
something
Yeah.
wrong, like you have to
Yeah.
be counted off for that.
Yeah, yeah, maybe it's those types of things. Maybe when you're writing something, or maybe in like a math when you're writing out your proof or something, and
Yeah.
you are explaining your work, and you say, "Well, I got it this way," and you go, "Nope, actually, if you got it that way, you did it wrong."
Right, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've definitely seen stuff like that where it's like if you just wrote the thing, then I would assume that you knew what you were doing and you got
Yeah,
it. But then when you
yeah,
explain it, and I'm like, oh, that's not it. It's like, oh, okay. I guess
yeah,
you didn't know what you were doing.
yep, yep, yep.
It's like don't give that away. Just
Uh
pretend
huh.
like there's nothing to see here and you can pass through.
Yeah, yeah. So that's manifest.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But yeah, I think it's kind of yeah, there's nothing super compelling. I think
Mhm.
you know yeah, the people in the past like marginally could be interesting, but the way they're introduced, I mean, every time I see a show like this, it just really puts Lost in a better light, like for all of its faults,
Oh my
like
god! Oh
it
my
did so many
god!
things better.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like I mean, what is it like? It's like a jet engine next to a flap of a butterfly's wing. It's like yeah, it's the Lost pilot is so much better than this. It's ridiculous. Even when they're copying moments from the pilot, when she runs out So even so,
Mm-hmm.
on a writing level, obviously, but on a directing level, when they have a very similar situation, a very similar setup, a very similar context, and a very similar set, even this huge spectacle set
Yeah.
with this ruins and crash, type debris and chaos,
Yeah.
people like, but it still is nowhere near as interesting as what happens when Jack goes from the peaceful jungle bamboo forest to seeing Vincent and
Mm-hmm.
following him to and turning that corner and seeing this massive chaos. And the difference, part of the difference is he's thrust into action, and then we get introduced to all the characters through the action of our main character
Right.
using his skill, which is being a problem solver and being a doctor, right?
Right.
But and that's good writing. It's like a square peg fitting a square hole, right? Like everything is there's no pieces that aren't perfectly crafted to make all that work. Whereas here, yes, check, we got the main character. Yes, check, they are about to turn the corner and see this chaotic scene. But okay, what are we missing here? Well, she doesn't actually have any real skills to help with what's happening here. Number two, there's actually not that much chaos happening. This is
No, it
not.
was pretty calm.
It was really actually calm.
Wasn't bad at all.
It was a mess because
Yeah.
it was debris everywhere,
They
but
were
like
just hanging out.
no one's like injured. No, there's no like
No.
emergencies. So you can see how immediately, like now that even though they had a similar setup to the Lost version, they're not even going to get half as far with the impact of it
Yeah.
because they
There's
don't have
no
these.
urgency there.
There's completely no urgency. And then what, and the best way to show characters is through action, which is why you get a little bit of everybody's character in that scene when Jack is going from person to person, trying to help people or
Yeah.
directing people to somebody else. And you get a little bit of who they are very, very quickly about how they're reacting to that scene in that situation. Whereas here, there's not much to react to, so now you're not getting any character development from all these people, and you need that. You need to get that maximum character development because you have so many characters and you have such little time. So you have to come up with a way that you can get all these characters to make an impression on the audience in a very short amount of time. An action sequence like that is a great way to do it, which is why it was effective. And here we don't have that, which is
Yeah.
why a lot of these characters don't come off at all with any like impression, until later when they individually get more of their scenes and stuff like that.
Right.
But the wolf thing was really anticlimactic. We've seen that a million times, and also not that interesting.
Yeah.
I thought the birds, you know, were a nice first touch of like, okay, something is weird here. These are birds. They flew out of a sinkhole. That's obviously extra weird, but they look a
Yeah, it's
little weird.
interesting that they went the other way. Like, I think they're the only thing that went the other way in this episode, from the
Which
past.
I guess maybe because the aurora borealis thing is in the sky
Because it's
and
in
they
the
look
sky.
like
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna assume is the connection. So they
Although
flew.
it's just right. It's in the sky in the past, but it's in the ground in the future,
Mhm.
which is a little confusing.
Well, maybe over time the tectonic plates built up, and so the portal didn't change position in relation to. No, that doesn't really work. If it was hundreds of millions of years, that could work, but not not a couple hundred thousand. That wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Okay, well I
Yeah.
tried.
Nice try. I mean, I appreciate it.
But so yeah, so the big like set pieces here were not that great. The basically dogs attacks. So not that. But so I was gonna say I thought the birds were interesting because it was just a slight little weirdness off the top. Um,
Right.
uh, but I think like they should have had more interesting. Yeah, the wolves weren't interesting as a thing
No.
to worry about. So and I guess are there no other interesting? Okay, we've got saber-tooth tiger, woolly mammoth. We've got. I'm just thinking of all the prehistoric animals like that in the trope box. You know,
Mm-hmm.
giant sloth, giant snake, which we saw that too coming up.
Right.
You know, like a giant land bird, like a big emu thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is like that it? Like what you know? Like they don't. You know, when you're thinking of like like you were talking before about how Lost, when it pitched itself in the pitch doc is like having all access to all these different genres and types of storytelling. When you think about that for a TV show, for a pilot, I'm thinking about, okay, these people who are doing La Brea, like they're thinking, okay, how many episodes can we generate from this premise, right? And most TV shows, they want you to generate like 100 episodes from like a network show, right?
Yeah.
So like, how many? Can you name 100 different animals that are gonna come and attack them? Or
No.
100 different.
That's gonna get old really fast.
Yeah. There's only 5 or 6 big ones we care to see, and they're gonna do that all in the first few episodes.
Yeah.
So that begs the question: do they stay in this time period, right? Do they do they find other portals to other time periods? Maybe this is the Stargate. Maybe we're dealing with a Stargate type TV show, and maybe that prehistoric culture, they know how to use the gates,
and they just keep. They could do that, but
and
it does
now,
seem like a one-way thing.
And now it's like Sliders. Now I'm gonna just jump through TV shows. Now it's like Sliders, where they go from portal to portal, or like Stargate, where they go from place to place, and they're trying to eventually get home. Like I wonder if it evolves into that thing, because like they're stuck back in time. The only way to get from the past is through the portal, right? So they have to get one vehicle from the present to the past and then come back. Like that can't be the whole show.
Yeah, no, it does. Yeah, and then just like ferry everyone. I mean, that's clearly not what's gonna happen.
And they can't wait it out because it's hundreds of thousands of years.
Right. I think there's two things. Like, well, first of all, the trailer. I think the trailer just showed this prehistoric time period, but I think the other thing that makes me think that they're not going to move out of that time period is the fact that the guy's been having visions of that place the whole time, that one place. It makes me think that it's just a portal to that one place at that one time, which is to say Los Angeles at whatever time this is. And they're just going to be there, I think, for the whole show. I mean, that's what I would guess. But just based on that, setup with, the portal seeming just going back and forth, the guy having the visions, and, there's no hint in the trailer that they're getting out of there anytime soon.
Yeah.
So I think there's potential if they did a show like that, but I feel like they're committed to trying to make this work. This weird hand thing. This is, I don't know what to do with that. It's gonna be strange.
Yeah, the hand people is weird. But okay, well, that was La Brea.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't horrendous. It's just there just wasn't there wasn't enough there to really make me want to watch the next one or need to see where it's going to go from there. I mean, I think the event had a similar vibe. And definitely Manifest, even though like we did watch more of Manifest just to see how
and I think Manifest was more interesting than this show, but this show was better done in a way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the quality was like a bit higher, but the idea of Manifest was more compelling. They just didn't do anything interesting with the idea.
Yeah.
It was so oh man. This show was so ridiculous. So I think, it feels like they should have workshopped the idea a little more and like come up with some better, and I mean, they literally call out Lost, in the script. So they've seen Lost, right? And like you don't have to
Mhm.
just copy Lost, but you can
Mhm.
copy the things about Lost that were like in general, the ideas of how to develop this kind of story. And it seems like they missed that part. Like they got sort of the
Yeah.
vague idea of the imagery and stuff, but like not the really essential things that made the story compelling and made you want to keep watching it, you
Yeah.
know? Um
Yeah, it is like it's like they've seen the show, but they watched it once and they're like, "Oh, you know what we're gonna need? We're gonna need a scene where like a man in a a shrouded silhouetted man is standing in the jungle ominously, because
mhm,
like that's an image we've seen on Lost, right? So
right.
it's like, okay, just put that in there. Great. Okay, we're gonna need like a secret society who's indigenous to this place, right? Who want to protect the secret that they have. Okay, great. We'll have the hand people. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
it's like they have they it's like they've seen the show, they know what elements to use. It's like they're trying to like, you know, you went to a Michelin star restaurant and you had a nice meal and now you're at home and you're in your kitchen and you're gonna try to recreate the recipe. You know? And you're
Yeah.
like, well, I know there was like, rosemary in there, but you don't know how much was in there, and how to pair it with all the other elements to make it the dish that it was. I think I'm hungry. I think that's why that metaphor got so elaborate.
Makes sense. Yeah, but it's like on Lost, like the way they develop the others, and let's be clear, the others really is horrible in the end on the show, but the way they set it up is so much more interesting. First of all, there's actually no mention of the others in the pilot at all.
Hmm.
And it isn't until so we get the Danielle's message, and she's tracked down in episode 9. She talks about the others, hearing them whispering, and so that's the first mention we get of like, ooh, there's others, and it's just another character saying that they're there, and then we hear the
Yeah,
whispers at the end, but we still don't know what that means or what's going on, so
yeah.
it's really building up the mystery. And then in the next episode we find out that one of these others like infiltrated the group and kidnapped to me it was
Hmm.
so much more compelling to have it
Yeah.
introduced in this way, because like I'm instantly like really curious what's going on with these people, what do they want and why. They're scary because they're just like they actually just like were able to sneak into the group and pretend
Hmm.
like they were one of them and pretend like they were on the plane. And we have these insinuations from Danielle about the whispering and the sickness and all that. So there's all this uh like build up, and like
Hmm.
there's nothing here. We get one shot of a guy standing there. Like that's
Yeah.
I mean, what am
Yeah.
I supposed to why am I supposed to care about that? Like what
No
so what?
reason. No reason. He wasn't doing anything interesting.
No.
He looked a little out of place. Like if you told me, what that, you wrote that in the script and you told me to describe what that seems going to look like. He didn't look like who I thought a prehistoric man was going to look like.
Mhm.
Which
Yeah.
makes me interested in terms of like who this hand society is and like you know, what culture is this supposed to be?
Right. Yeah, maybe
Um,
they're gonna like elaborate it and tell us that, they came from some other time or something. I don't know. Like they don't actually come from that time period.
yeah,
I don't know.
exactly.
Just throwing out
That's
that
the, that's the,
idea.
that's the kind of thing that I'm hoping the show evolves into, where there's more of mythology around what's going on, and
Yeah.
like I said, if the guy was like, we've been waiting for you, that's
Right.
the kind of thing I would expect.
Yeah.
Because maybe well, that's not going to make any sense. But I was going to say, what if the people who fell to the sinkhole like wrote on some cave walls, and then like
Yeah.
years later these people, it's or whatever. I don't know how that would work, but You know what I mean? Like there's some evidence that these people time traveled and these people know about it or something.
Yeah.
You are destined to be our leader.
Right.
Because whenever you get into time travel, you get into that stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I was also thinking. I guess the main lady isn't a Boulder fan, because she could have put together what was going on as soon as she saw the rock with the hand, right? Because she also knew that rock
She was there
with
too.
the hand.
Yeah.
So she could have been like, "Wait, rock with a hand? That's in Los Angeles. Wait a minute,
Mm-hmm.
we're in Los Angeles."
But she didn't get it until later. Yeah. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. She didn't have the powers of Boulder
She didn't have
recognition.
Boulder vision.
That's why their marriage never worked. I don't know. Like,
His vision is Boulder. Get it? It's Boulder.
oh.
Boulder vision, folks. Everybody, Boulder vision.
Wow. Wow.
Well, we won't be able to end the podcast on a higher note than that.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, R.I.P. La Brea. I mean, I wouldn't watch. Even Manifest was like weird, and then it had these. It was bad in a way that I was like, okay, I want to see what they do with this.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, yeah, La Brea, I'm like, the only thing is like maybe they're, like I said, maybe they have some ace up their sleeve about where they're going to evolve the whole concept to. But if it really is just about these people are stuck in the past,
Yeah.
they're just trying to find their way home. This indigenous, this group is just whatever group. I don't know why they're there though. I don't know enough about anthropology to know, but I would imagine a Native American culture would be in the Los Angeles region.
I agree. Yeah,
200,000 years ago.
that part's weird. Yeah. I don't know what they're doing with that.
Yeah, that's the other. I guess that's a quick question we could look up, right? Is to say like, when did saber-tooth tigers live? And see
Mm-hmm.
what the boundary is. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, actually that reminds me of another thing versus Lost, where the show doesn't work as well for me. And like it's essential to the way they want it to work that they have both sides. We have like the prehistoric people and what they're going through, and then we have the present day stuff where it's like, oh my god, what's going on, where are they, and this guy who wants to like go rescue them and stuff. Like, I get why they want to do that, but I do think that Lost got a lot out of the fact that we were just isolated with them on the island, like most of the time. And it wasn't even until the end of season 2, very briefly, that we see anything outside of the island, in the present. It was actually a huge moment on the show when they did that for the first time, like. So we're just like insulated in that world in this unfamiliar setting. And I think I probably, even though
are
like.
you saying we were lost as well?
I am saying that. And I think that was important. Like it somehow made it more boring for me that we just see both sides of everything. And so we know what's going on in both parts of the story. It's just, it leaves very little room for imagination.
And you also, not only are you seeing both sides of the story, like the present and the past, but you're also seeing it from multiple vantage points. What are the authorities doing? What are the families doing?
Yeah.
So like you're getting all the information that there really is to get.
Yeah. Like I was listening to some old Last Lowdown, like the season 2 stuff, and like one thing that was interesting is like when we got to the season 2 finale, like something I said, I forgot this is even a thing. Like there were people who thought, that there was no outside world, like the world had ended or something like that,
Oh wow.
And so I was like, well, this episode proves like the world didn't end, is still out there, like Penny's looking for Desmond, so like the world hasn't ended. So like, but Lost left that possibility open, up until that point.
That's crazy.
So and people were speculating,
Yeah.
because
Well, because also this is a show where they might all be dead the whole time, right?
right,
So
yeah, the
that,
purgatory stuff, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that goes along with the isolation. It's just like you don't know what you're supposed to think about what the situation they're in, and here it's like very explicit and very clear, even though they don't quite want to say it out loud for some reason, but it's like there's really no mystery about like the what is happening. It's really more like why and how, I guess. Where like there's some unanswered questions,
Yeah.
but
And we all know that what is the most interesting question
yeah,
of all the W's.
it's my
If you're gonna rank them, that's why it's what is the Matrix, not why is the Matrix or when
right.
is the Matrix.
How is the Matrix?
How is the Matrix? Who is the Matrix?
When is the Matrix?
Yeah. Whence is the Matrix?
Sure.
Okay, well, that was La Brea, R.I.P. Tar Pits. I guess that if you were gonna visit LA and see that on your itinerary,
Yeah, don't bother.
Yeah. It is weird for a sinkhole to open up a rift to the past. That's weird. It's a weird thing. And to the past is the exact same spot too,
Right.
So yeah, that's a weird thing, but all right. We watched it.
We did. We watched it. We talked about it. I mean, what
Well,
more?
hey, tell us what you guys think.
Hey,
about
rate, review, and subscribe. Engagement.
Is it too late? Is it too late to remember we're podcasting? Yeah. Tell us what you guys
Join
think
our
about the show.
Patreon. You're probably already there because that's
Yeah,
where this
should
is
we-
posted.
hey,
But
Should we watch more La Brea?
ooh, would you like to see more? What other
Yeah.
shows would you like to see?
If you guys want more of this type of content,
Let us know.
Okay, well, we got to get back to podcasting about Lost soon. But maybe there's some other vaguely Lost related TV show pilot we might decide to watch on and off, random time. But until then, thanks everybody.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.